Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is our 500th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that we've put onto YouTube. And I think that's a real achievement here, managing to get to 500. And what I wanted to do was try and find a diverse, memorable and worthy battle for our 500th. And I've been holding this battle back for a couple of months now, and I think I've found this memorable and worthy and diverse battle in this particular one. Like I say, for our 500th Rome Total War Brotherhood YouTube battle, I really did want to try and put a battle on that maybe people might remember, if you see what I mean, because I think it really is a milestone. If you notice here, I'm fighting this battle on my favourite map, the Germanic Forest map, with the big open plains, or the woods bonus if you want to bring barbarian troops. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Barclayman. The Barclayman has got 12 infantry, 4 cavalry and 4 incendiary pigs. Very unusual. Might give you a clue of the diversity in this battle. Okay, so if you have a look here, you see his general's got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Plus, if you notice just behind the general unit there, well, you see other units have got 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Plus, he's also got an eagle unit there as well for extra morale. Okay, so most of his infantry have got 7 upgrades, plus he's got an infantry general, plus he's got an eagle unit, so there's a heck of a lot of morale going on there. And now to look at a unit that you rarely see on a 31k battlefield, the Roman incendiary pigs. Now, newer players to Rome Total War, you might not know that back in the day, Romans used to put oil onto pigs, set fire to them, and send them off towards elephants. And the smell of the burning flesh used to scare the elephants so much that the elephants used to rout. So this is a real unit used by the Romans, very cruel to the pigs, but it did really work against elephants. The smell of the burning flesh just scared them so much they run amok. Now, see, he's got 4 units of those incendiary pigs. Let's have a quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. Okay, you've got 7 upgrades, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So I think that's an interesting Roman army there. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member Man 2. Now, Man 2 has got 6 cavalry and 10 forester war bands, and I think he's got 3 druid units as well. Okay, as I say, unusual to see GAUL on the modern day battlefield here. Now, as you know, barbarian troops have got very low morale, so it's always good to bring a religious unit if you can, and bring in the druids, and when you put them onto the chant mode, they actually really enhance the morale of the barbarian troops. As I say, I think he's got 3 of those. So it'd be interesting to see how well GAUL does. Of course, his forester archers, they of course are hiding. And remember, forester archers, wherever they stop on the battlefield, they just disappear. They kind of their camouflage is so good that wherever they stop, they just disappear. So he's got, as I say, about 10 forester archers there as well. Okay, and his cavalry consists of heavy barbarian noble cavalry and chosen warlord units there as well, with their hit points. And it looks to me like he's fully upgraded them as well. Okay, so that's an interesting GAUL army there, and I think it'd be interesting to see how well it does during the course of the battle. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member Mad King, who's bought the Parthia faction. Now, Mad King has got 2 horse archers, 3 elephants, 4 cataphracts, 1 camel cataphract, and 10 foot archers. Okay, so that's the consistency of his Parthian army. Just like to show you these horse archers there. Fully upgraded horse archers, and these are some of the most powerful horse archers on the game, and he has fully upgraded them. So that's going to make them some serious, I say, horse archers there. I say it's just so nice to see Parthia on a modern day battlefield. And if you notice here, you'll see that he's got his 10 archers, and just to let you know that his 10 foot archers are maximum upgraded. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. And for this game, we allowed 3 elephants max for Parthia. And as I say here, you can see that he's got his 3 war elephants there, if you like. And as you can see here, not only do they alt attack, but they've got 2 archers riding on their backs as well. So they shoot arrows at the enemy, and then when they alt attack, of course, with that massive fear factor they bring, plus the attack specifications when they hit the enemy. So I say it's, I think it was 10 cavalry max and 3 Ellis max for Parthia, just to give them a chance on 31k battlefield. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, who's bought the Carthage faction. Now, I've got 18 sacred band, and 2 slingers. So we have certainly got a diverse team here. Let's say we've got Rome, we've got Gaul, we've got Parthia, and we've got Carthage. But you wait till you see the other team. I think there's 7 different factions in this battle, and I hope you enjoy it. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Spear, a veteran Brotherhood member Spear, who's bought the Julio faction, and he's got 5 cavalry, 3 archers, and 12 infantry. Okay, 5 cavalry, 12 infantry, and 3 archers. Okay, pretty good army. You don't see that to cavalry formation much these days, but at one time you used to see a lot of people group their cavalry like that. Let's say quite unusual to have a look at there. Okay, their next teammate is a very, what I call, serious Macedonian army here, and it is RTW player Winter is Coming, and Winter is Coming has got 12 pikes and 3 Cretan archers. So he's got 17 royal pikemen, 120 man units there, remember, and 3 Cretan archers. No cavalry, so he's gone very serious there with all those pikes. And remember, like we said in other battle videos, look at the length of those Macedonian pikes. Our men have got to fight all the way down those pikes to kill the man on the other end. And with 17 of them there, as I say, 120 man units. That is a really tall order. I think that's a really serious Macedonian army there. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Crypto. Now, he's bought the Scythia faction. Now, Crypto's got 6 foot archers, 2 horse archers, and 10 headhunting maidens. Now, we changed the rules for Scythia. We give them 12 cavalry max. Okay, so he's got 10 headhunting maidens and 2 horse archers. Okay, so as I say, just to tweak the rules a little bit to try and get these so-called lesser 31k factions, give them a bit more of an even playing field on the 31k battlefield. So as I say, you got 12 cavalry max. Now let's have a look at these young maidens. Now, if you look at them here, can you see? They are the headhunting maidens, right? Now, these aren't young, innocent girls. These are the deadly ladies of Rome Total War. See those axes they carry? Those are effective against armor axes. And cavalry versus cavalry? I think these are probably the best cavalry in the game. As I say, cavalry versus cavalry. But they certainly aren't young, innocent young girls. They are actually, as I say, the deadly ladies of Rome Total War. And with those effective against armor axes, you'll see what I mean probably later on in the battle. And Crypto's got 10 of those. Okay. Plus, he's got his 2 horse archers. I think these are Scythian noble archers, if I'm not mistaken. You don't see them very often on 31k battlefield. Now, these guys are some of the best horse archers in the game. Okay, these Scythian noble archers. As I say, you don't see Scythia very often on the 31k battlefield. So to have a look at these units, as I say, you might not have seen these before. So, as I say, that's a pretty good Scythian army that he's bought here, catering to the strength of Scythia, which is mostly cavalry. And their last teammate, believe it or not, is Titan's Bubo, who has bought the Numidia faction. Now, we changed the rules for Numidia here. We've given 5 elephants max and no cavalry max. Okay, so Bubo's got 10 archers, foot archers, 5 elephants, 5 general cavalry, and all his archers here are maximum upgraded. Okay, all his foot archers have got 9 upgrades, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Okay, so as I say, he's got 5 L's. He's got 5 general cavalry units there. There's his elephants there. Let's say they got archers on their back as well. So not only they got their charge, they've got their archers there as well. Plus he's got armoured cavalry general units as his cavalry. Okay, so nice to see Numidia on the modern day 31k battlefield. As I say, we tweaked the rules a little bit for this game to encourage more diversity. Okay, so you got Scythia, Macedon, Rome, and of course Numidia in the other team. So once again, a very diverse team. This should be a great battle for you to watch. Okay, right from the very beginning of this battle here, you can see Crypto has brought his Scythian horse archers over to this flank here to engage our Parthia ally. Okay, also you can see Numidia being brought forward very aggressively as well. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. Now here's a unit that you don't see very often. Warhounds. Okay, can you see that Crypto's Scythian warhounds here are attacking the cataphracts, our Parthian allies' cataphracts there? You very rarely see that. Now I'd like to draw your attention here to some very serious animal cruelty. Can you see this dog here? This warhound's been thrown up into the air from the impact of that Parthian cavalry. Definitely animal cruelty there, I think. But as I say, you don't see the Warhounds very often on a 31k battlefield, so I thought that's something else that's a little bit different for our 500th Rome Total War YouTube battle there. You can see Parthia there has disposed of those Warhounds quite quickly. Let's say you got a lot of cataphracts over here. Let's say you can see that the Scythian noble horse archers here are in Canterbury Circle. Remember, that makes them incredibly difficult to kill for foot archers when they hit that Canterbury Circle. As they go round so quickly, it's difficult for the foot archers to actually target them. I bought a couple of my Carthage slingers over there to try and counter them as much as I can. Okay, you can see I bought those slingers over there to try and counter them. Slingers seem to do better than foot archers against the Canterbury Circle, usually. But you can see a lot of the Numidian fully upgraded archers moving towards our Parthian ally there. Okay. But say I got my slingers here, shooting slingshots, firing slingshots there into those Scythian noble horse archers. As I say, usually slingers do better against horse archers in Canterbury Circle than foot archers. There you can see Mad King there sending one of his general unit off there. Right, you can see this Numidian armoured units here, look, cavalry units here looking to charge into our Parthian ally. As I say, remember those Numidian foot archers are fully upgraded, so they're going to be putting a lot of archer fire onto our Parthian ally, and bang, as that Numidian armoured cavalry general units there smash into one of our allies' cataphract units there. Whoa, look at all those Numidian cavalry smashing in there. You can see Mad King here sending over reinforcements, another cataphract unit going in, and bang, as it smashes into those Numidian cavalry. Don't forget, those fully upgraded archers will be shooting into us as well. Now, will Mad King chase down those Numidian cavalry? Bearing in mind those elephants are not that too far away, we just have to see. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. So he may well, he's brought a lot of his cataphracts over and horse archers. He may well want to take out these foot archers and those cavalry there, but remember, those elephants and cavalry of Numidia could counterattack here, and he certainly doesn't really want much truck with those elephants with the massive fear factor and the big attacking specifications they've got either, I don't think. Here, as you can see here, he's attacking those Numidian archers there, so I think if he can take those, that's 3 fully upgraded Numidian archer units he's just taken out. But now you can see the Numidian cavalry charging back in, bang, and an elephant unit. Now, what would you do here? Would you carry on fighting, or would you pull your Parthian cavalry back, bearing in mind those elephants have just attacked? Okay, let's just pause the game for a second. So as I say, you can see Mad King's cataphracts here attacking the Numidian cavalry. But if you notice here, all of his, I think his cavalry are saying frightened of elephants there. They're frightened of elephants, so their morale's already dropped. As I say here, those elephant not only have got an attack, but the men on the back are shooting arrows into our Parthian ally all the time here. Okay, so as I say here, with those elephants coming in, the fear factor they're bringing, this could really make a difference there. There's some more elephants coming in there as well. Is he going to charge them in or not? Yeah, he's going to charge them in there. Bang! I see one of the elephants has run amok there. Okay, so remember, when any unit runs amok, it kills both friend and foe alike. So that elephant unit there will be killing a lot of friends as well as foe. Okay, but it looks to me like most of our Parthian allies' cataphracts have now been taken out. Okay, it looks like most of our Parthian allies' heavy cataphract cavalry, both camel and ordinary cavalry, have now been taken out. I can see. Can you see here that Crypto's brought a couple of his headhunting maiden units over? Remember, those headhunting maidens effective against armor and really fast moving units as well. They can be, if used correctly, they can be really helping to be battle winning troops there. See here, he'll probably hoover up the kind of slingers and archers of our team here with those fast moving headhunting maidens there, as you can see. Attacking my slingers there with those headhunting maidens. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second here. So those fast moving maidens, as you can see, and you can see Numidia being quite aggressive here. Now, can you see that massive Macedonian army coming over here? I think that could be a real problem to us. And if you notice here, can you see that Man 2 has pulled his Forester Warband archers out of hiding here? He's moving them over to the other flank. Now remember, these Forester archers have got great range, do a lot of damage, but also they've got a unique ability. Their ult attack is a spear. And remember, in RTW, any spear or pike has an anti-cavalry bonus. So if you ult attack them, they can fight off damaged enemy cavalry with their ult attack weapon, which is a small spear. Okay, so that's a unique ability for those guys, as well as the other unique ability, as when they stop, they just automatically hide and you can't see where they are. Okay, so you got here, now what Mad King needs to be careful of here is he doesn't get fire arrowed by those Numidian archers. Remember, fire arrows will panic elephants and make them run amok. Okay, he's got his foot archers, his fully upgraded foot archers in front of his elephants, hopefully covering him from our enemy archer fire. Okay, that's good. The Numidian generals looks like he's been taken out. As you can see here, Barclay Man bringing over some of his cavalry units to try and chase off those head-hunting maidens who have been successfully taking out our slingers and archers there. Okay, so that was a nice move there by SCYTHIA there. A nice bit of teamwork for him there. Okay. But as I said here, you can see a lot of the elephants there at the back ready to attack, and you've got, as I say, those fully upgraded Numidian archers there moving forward to engage us. Okay, but if you look at that massive Macedonian army, that could be a bit of a problem for us, I think. As you can see here, the last of those Numidian armoured cavalry general units there are fighting there. I think Mad King has got one of his cataphract units have rallied here, which is good news for us, and he's now engaging those the last of those Numidian cavalry. But as I say, remember those Numidian archers there, 10 units he bought, fully upgraded. And if you notice here, can you see that Mad King now is sending one of his elephant units off to attack Numidia, but it's being hit by fire arrows. Now see, panicked by fire arrows. If it gets too many fire arrows on it, that unit will run amok, and then it will kill both friend and foe alike. So it might have been the best thing to move the elephants out of range of the enemy archers here. Get ready, I've got a feeling that unit is going to run amok. Get ready for the banner to start flashing red. Loads of fire arrows right there. Can you see? See the banner now flashing red? That unit has now run amok, and it could be a menace to us as well. I don't want him to get too close to my Carthaginians, because if he smashes in there, he could do a heck of a lot of damage to my units. But as I say, bringing elephants can be a double-edged sword. They're great, but if they run amok, they do kill both friend and foe alike. You can see these head-hunting maidens still moving around there, and those Scythian horse archers there as well, still shooting into us there. But that, yeah, I'm a bit worried about that Parthian amok elephant unit there. I don't want it to change direction and charge into the flank of my like he's going to do there. Can you see he's going to charge into the flank? Oh, I put my spears down maybe a bit too late there, hoping to kill them before they do too much damage. Luckily they just struck a glancing blow on my formation, but my guess is they did take a few of my spearmen out there. Meanwhile, over here behind us, you can see Barclay Man doing a really good job with his Scipii cavalry, chasing off the enemy cavalry there and trying to take out some of the enemy archers. Now, can you see those enemy elephants, Numidian elephants there? They'll be moving towards us pretty well soon, I would think. And that's when I'm hoping that Barclay Man's incendiary pigs will come into their own. Those of you that have not seen incendiary pigs take on elephants, you might find it quite interesting to see how it works on RTW. As I say, very rare to see incendiary pigs and very rare to see elephants on the 31k battlefield. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second here. So say here, my Carthaginians here are going to face the Macedonians. Okay, so my Carthaginians are going to face those massive 17 units of 120 man units there of Macedon. Well, I think Barclay Man is going to take on Spear. Okay, so that's the two main infantry armies. We're going to lock horns together there. Well, our allies here, our Parthian and GAUL allies, will be taking on SCYTHIA and as much as they can Numidia. Okay, so as I say here, you can see that Crypto has brought his Scythian archers forward, and they are in close proximity, you know, together there, so they got more impact and more damage, and they're shooting into the flank of these Forester Warband archers here. Okay, so not only are the Forester Warband archers fighting those Numidian fully upgraded foot archers, they've also got the massive lot of Scythian archers that have been brought in. I notice here both SCYTHIA and GAUL generals have been keeping their armies back in reserve, kind of almost, keeping them fresh. Now we'll have to see whether that makes a difference towards the end of the battle. Okay, you can see, as I say, Barclayman here using his cavalry very well here to kind of take out enemy archers here that have been moved round. You can see those elephants moving towards our allies' Scipii cavalry there. It might be a good idea for him to pull his cavalry back, which he's going to do now. He doesn't want any truck with those elephants if he can help it. Okay. Right, can you see here now that Barclayman is now running an incendiary pig unit forward towards those elephants. Now my guess is that Bubo will keep running his elephants away from those incendiary pigs, because he knows what's going to happen if those incendiary pigs get too close to his elephants. Meanwhile over here, as I say, these Scythian archers here have really made a difference in shooting up our archers. I think Crypto did well in keeping them fresh. If you notice here, look at all the Forester Warband dead there. So he's only got some very battle damaged archer units left there, and if you notice the Scythian chosen archers there still got most of their archers intact. As I say, my Carthaginians are going to take on Macedon, and Barclayman is going to take on GAUL. As I say, those Scythian archers there pouring arrow fire into our allies' archers. Okay, meanwhile at the top of the battlefield, if you like, we're over on the far left flank. You can see that Barclayman's using his Scipii cavalry really good. He's taken out a heck of a lot of enemy archers there. That incendiary pig unit is still moving towards the elephants there, as you can see. So if NUMIDIA bring the elephants over to threaten his cavalry, look, he's just going to run those incendiary pigs forward. As I say, the Numidian general, he won't want anything to do with those incendiary pigs with his elephants, and my guess is he will just pull his elephants back. Okay, as soon as he sees those incendiary pigs coming close to him, there you go, see, he's starting to move off. He doesn't want to know those incendiary pigs, because he knows what they'll do if they get close to him. Okay. As I say, newer players to Rome Total War, you may not have seen incendiary pigs in action against elephants here, but Bubo has, and you can see that's why he's pulling his elephants back. He doesn't want anything to do with those incendiary pigs. Remember, if those incendiary pigs are lit, okay, so they're on fire, the smell of their burning flesh scare the elephants and rout them. Okay, so that's what Barclayman's hoping to do, is get close to those elephants with an incendiary unit. Okay, right, so here's my Carthaginian army here facing the Macedonians. Alright, so there's 17 units of those pikemen there with 120 men in each unit. Now here's a nice hit here by our Gaul ally, trying to take out those Scythian foot archers that have been such a nuisance and caused him so many casualties. It's a bit of revenge there, I think, on those Scythian archers, but he needs to pull that cavalry back. The headhunting maidens are on their way, and the enemy GAUL cavalry are on the way as well. He needs to pull them back. See the enemy GAUL cavalry coming down, fresh cavalry, and the headhunting maidens charging in as well. He needs to pull back. If he's caught, he could lose a lot of his cavalry there, and bang, as that GAUL cavalry smashes in, and bang, as the headhunting maidens banging as well there. That is a heck of a lot of enemy cavalry there. And most of our Gaul's allies' cavalry units have now been taken out there by that determined attack there. As I say, the headhunting maidens, there's 10 of them. So that's a heck of a lot of cavalry there, plus those 5 units of GAUL cavalry as well. Plus you've got those Numidian elephants. So they have got a lot of mobile units here, and maybe that might make the difference towards the end of the battle. We just have to wait and see. You can see here Mantu's archers firing in, but because we haven't got many cavalry, those headhunting maidens could attack those Forester Warband archers there. Now, to use their spear against cavalry, you need to take off their skirmish mode and then alt attack them. If you just leave their skirmish mode on and they get caught by that cavalry, they'll just be chopped down and routed. Okay, so if you use a Forester Warband, remember, if you see cavalry coming towards you, put your units in close formation and then alt attack with your spear, and you could well kill a lot of the enemy cavalry there. Okay, but if you keep skirmish mode on and you just run away from them, the cavalry will charge into your rear and kill you. As you can see, most of the Forester Warbands now have been taken out. Okay, let's pause the game for a second here. So to say, these fast moving headhunting maidens, if they position themselves over there, they'll be behind our armies, ready to smash in maybe to the rear of Barclay Mann's Scipiite infantry, and if the Julii infantry hit his front and engage his forward units, maybe the headhunting maidens could smash into his rear, and poor old Barclay Mann would be sandwiched between Julii and Scythia. Okay, but as I say, over here on our left flank, I am ready to engage that massive Macedonian army there as soon as I can. You can see here Mantu still using his what's left of his cavalry to attack enemy archer units. But as I say, my Carthaginians here now, I'm going to attack those Macedonians as soon as I can here. Maybe the Macedonian general may well want to engage me as well, because he's got such a massive, as I say, 120 man units, and there's 17 of them there. So I'm going to be greatly outnumbered. And you've got those Numidian elephants just behind him as well that he could move in. Maybe move around the flank of my engaged Carthage sacred band once I lock horns with the Macedonians. Maybe that's something they might do. But if you look at the battle in general at the moment, who do you think has got the advantage? Who do you think looks like they may well win this? As I say, the headhunting maids are now behind us, ready to do a rear attack. As I say, but Barclay Mann here, as I say, he's going to fight the Julii infantry. He's got a lot of morale in his army there, so I think he could do quite well against Julii. But as I say, the Macedonians here with that massive army there, plus backed up by those elephants, Numidian elephants here, I think that could be a real challenge. But that's why I've bought this army here, is to take on the Macedonians. Okay, as I say, with those elephants there brought close, there is a reason for doing that, and that is to frighten my troops and take away the morale, a lot of the morale bonus of my troops. Okay, that's why he's got the elephants. Make no mistake, he won't charge the elephants frontwards into my spears, because they'll die quite quickly, but he could bring them forward just to put a fear factor into my units. He needs to move forward a little bit more there, just so the effect of the elephants come on to my Carthaginians. Okay, so make no mistake, that's why he's brought those elephants forward. He's got no intention of charging straight into my Carthaginians, but he's brought those elephants forward there so that my units are going to be frightened and their morale will be lessened there before we engage the Macedonians. Okay, now see these incendiary pigs here? Okay, now Barclay Mann's, I think, anticipating that the Numidian general might bring elephants around my flank once I'm engaged with Macedon. So I think he's brought those incendiary pigs over there, ready to use against the elephants if they do try coming around my flank. Okay, so there's the incendiary pigs moving off to the flank there, ready to neutralise any elephant attack that might well come into me here. Okay, as I say, you can see Bubo moving his elephants over there, looking like he may well come round the flank of my units. But meanwhile here, over on our right flank here, you can see the Julii Romans moving towards our Scipiite ally. Let's pause again for a second here. So, Spear is moving his Julii infantry towards Barclay Mann here. Okay, and you've got all those Scythian headhunting maidens out there ready to charge into poor old Barclay Mann. So he could get double hit over on that team, double teamed over on that flank. But meanwhile, what I'm doing here, I'm being very aggressive with my Carthage sacred band. I'm really pushing in strongly here. What I would like to try and do is punch a hole right through the middle of those Macedonians if I could. But remember, there are 17 units of them, and they have got 121 men in each of those units. So I am greatly outnumbered there. But I'm still pushing forward here. Still want to be aggressive here towards those Macedonians. As you can see, I'm making some inroads into those Macedonian troops there. But as I say, I'm a bit worried about those elephants coming around my flank, which is what Bubo may well do. Okay, let's just pause again for a second here. As we thought, those Numidian elephants could well come around my flank, maybe, and even get in behind me. As I say, I'm making inroads into those Macedonian units there. But I am a little bit worried about, as I say, those elephants coming round my flank and getting in behind me, maybe. And that could be pretty bad news for me if they do that. Okay, so that's what Bubo looks like he's doing. As you can see, one of the Numidian elephant units has run amok, probably been hit by fire arrows from our team, and therefore, don't forget, fire arrows make elephants run amok. So good to see that unit's been routed from our point of view. But as I say, here you can see those elephants looking to move round our flank. Now is the time for the incendiary pigs. That's where we need to see the incendiary pigs now. As I say, you can see here the incendiary pigs here have been ignited, and straight away that's what's made that unit. We thought it was fire arrows, but it's actually that unit there has made that elephant unit run amok. As soon as those incendiary pigs are ignited, it kind of routes the elephant unit there. Right, just want to show you, this is a good example just coming up here. Right, let's just pause the game for a second before anything happens. Right, see the incendiary pig unit there running up towards the elephants there. Okay, now the elephants are fine, they're attacking, they're not frightened or anything like that. They're going to charge straight into the flank of my Macedonians, but as soon as these incendiary pigs are ignited, you see what happens to that elephant unit there. Okay, get ready. See that incendiary pig unit, moment it starts to be ignited, bang! See there how it was ignited? The moment he lit those pigs up, it routed that elephant unit absolutely, almost on impact, if you like. Immediately, that's exactly what's happened. That's why the Numidian general was trying to keep his elephants away from the incendiary units, because he knew what was going to happen. Unfortunately, this elephant unit here is still active and still smashing into the rear of my Carthaginians. So that's something not very good here, and with a big fear factor they've got as well. And as you can see, those elephants charging into my spearmen there, with a big fear factor, big attacking specifications there. They'd be causing me a lot of casualties there as those elephants go in. But remember, spears and pikes kill elephants as well. So hopefully I've killed most of those elephant units there as they charged in. There's one unit that's run amok behind me. I hope it doesn't charge into the rear of my engaged Carthaginians. But as I say, I'm still pushing forward with my Carthaginians into those massive Macedonian pikemen there. Okay. So that's what's happening there. I just hope that, as I say, the elephant unit doesn't run into the back of my Carthaginians. Let's pause the game for a second here. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm making inroads into those Macedonian ranks with my Carthaginians. Okay, but meanwhile over here, you can see Julii infantry attacking Barclayman. Plus, you've got those 5 units of cavalry that could come into his flank there once he gets engaged with the Julii infantry. Plus, you've got all those headhunting maidens ready to charge in as well. So poor old Barclayman here, I think he's got a lot on his plate at the moment. Good fresh infantry, good fresh cavalry, and headhunting maidens coming in behind him. But here, as I say, what I'd like to do is try and take out as many of these Macedonian units as I could, weaken them as much as I can, if possible take them out, and then turn my army to go and help my Scythian ally. That's what I'd really like to do. But as you can see here, look at the length of those Macedonian pikes against the short spears of my Carthaginians. My guys have got to fight, as I said before, all the way down those long pikes to kill the man on the other end. Okay, so it's a big tall order for us. And as I say, you can see the Macedonian general being aggressive there, slightly moving forward there. And you've got these elephants running amok on my flank. As I say, I hope they don't run into my units there. Right, you can see the headhunting maidens here attacking our Scipio allies cavalry. You can see some of our GAUL allies cavalry has rallied here, and he's charging them in towards those headhunting maidens. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. Okay, so Barclayman has decided to move back here. Okay, he's moved away from my Carthaginians here. Okay, and the enemy Julii infantry and Julii cavalry look to me like they're going to hit him hard if they get a chance. Plus, you've got all these headhunting maidens ready to charge as well. So I think Barclayman is in a really serious position there. As I say, my Carthaginians here, I'm trying to take out as many of those Macedonian units as I can to be able then to turn my army to go and help the my allies here. Right, see this run amok elephants are killing their allies' pikemen. Okay, good news for us. That elephant unit has run amok and is now killing his allies' pikemen there. So, as I say, that's good news for us there. As I say, bringing elephants, as I say, is a double-edged sword. They've got a big fear factor, big attacking specification, but if they run amok, of course, they will kill both friend and foe alike. Right, you can see my Carthaginians here pressing in on the last of those Macedonian units. Meanwhile here, Barclayman setting up. He looks like he could get smashed by those 5 fresh Julii cavalry units, but then Spearmen decided to pull them back. Okay, so you can see here a lot of Julii infantry moving in on our Scipio ally. Meanwhile here, I'm still moving in with my Carthaginians, trying to kill the last of those Macedonian units there if I can. Okay, now bearing in mind, like I say, there were 17 of them with those long pikes, and I think my Carthage army has done quite good there. You can see here a lot of headhunting maidens attacking our Scipio ally, and you can see a lot of our Scipio allies infantry and cavalry are engaged with those headhunting maidens, and you can see the enemy Julii infantry moving in on Barclayman's infantry as well here. Poor old Barclayman, look, he's in a really seriously critical condition here. See that Julii cavalry going in and bang as it smashes in there. That is some hit there. So remember, our ally is the blue Scipii infantry there, and look what he's been hit by. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. So, Barclayman has been hit by Julii infantry coming in behind him, fresh Julii cavalry smashing in from his flank, and headhunting maidens coming in from his rear. Poor old Barclayman, good job, he's got good upgrades on his infantry. I think he's got an eagle unit plus his general there, give him a morale bonus. Now what I need to do over here now, if you notice, I've mostly taken out most of the Macedonian units. So what I need to do now is really up spears, okay, and run over to my ally as fast as I can. I'm trying to engage these enemy Julii infantry units here, but maybe up spears and running over into the rear of those engaged Julii infantry might be the best move that I can do there. If I can run over there and maybe link up with my Scipii ally, then that might be the best thing for me to do here. Okay, forget engaging those Julii units and just run over here and getting behind those engaged Julii units that are attacking my Scipii ally there. Now my Scipii ally is holding so well, like I say, most of his infantry's got 7 upgrades on, an experienced strike, gold shield, gold attack, plus he's got an eagle unit, plus he's got his general morale bonus going on in there as well. That's why he's holding so well, but that red Julii cavalry is pulled back, rallied, locked and loaded, getting ready to charge in. Poor old Barclayman here is being really hit, and if that Julii cavalry smashes into him again, that could be the end of the battle here. See those Julii cavalry going in and bang as they smash in there, and still his infantry holds. This is what good upgraded infantry can do. Look. Okay, his general's now been taken out. Okay, his general's now been taken out there. As you can see here with the red Julii troops. So red Julii troops pushing in there. And as I say here, you can see our Carthage Sacred Band, my Carthage Sacred Band units now have up spears and are running towards the rear of those engaged Julii infantry. Okay, you can see some more Julii infantry ready to shoot into the flank of me, plus you've got all that Scythian cavalry shooting in, cavalry archers shooting into me as well, plus spears, archers there shooting in. So as I say, I've up spears now and I'm running to attack the rear of the enemy Julii infantry there. Okay, that's what I need to do. If I can fight through those Julii infantry and link up with my Scipii ally, that's what I need to do here. As you can see, running over here as fast as I can. But as I say, most of my Scipii allies' infantry looks like they've been taken out and the pressure on them is increasing. As I say here, I'm moving my Carthage Sacred Band as fast as I can. But as you can see, the Julii general saw that and have turned round to face the threat. If you notice, the Julii general was very wise in this game. He kept his infantry and cavalry out of the battle for a long time, keeping them fresh. Okay, but he's locking and loading his cavalry again. As I say, our Scipii ally has held extremely well there, bearing in mind the attacks that's coming in on him. Lots of cavalry headhunting maidens still hitting on him. But I'm just thinking to myself, now that the Scipio general's been taken out, if that cavalry charges in, one more cavalry hit could finish him off. Now if you notice here, I'm really pushing forward. I'm really worried about that Julii cavalry, because if it charges in there, as I say, one more hit could finish him off. Now what I'm trying to do with my Carthage Sacred Band is fight through those Julii infantry in between me and my Scipii ally. I want to link up with my Scipii ally if I can. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to push through those Julii infantry to link up before that enemy cavalry hits him. But here comes that Julii cavalry, and bang, as it smashes in there. Can he hold? Can he hold till I reach him? No. Oh my gosh, so that's all of our Scipii allies' infantry has just been taken out. I think Barclayman held extremely well there for a long time, but that cavalry charge with those warmed up cavalry there, I think just was too much for him there. Okay, but that was a massive hit. As I say, the Julii General Spear kept his infantry and cavalry out of the fray for a long time, so he's got fresh or warmed up troops here that he's using against our tired troops. So that was a good tactical move by him. But as I say here, you can see all that Julii infantry moving in on my Carthage Sacred Band units. I'm turning units to face the threat here as the units are coming in. But those Julii cavalry, if they charge in there, that could be a problem. Let's say I'm turning units to face the threat of that fresh Julii infantry coming in on me here. But my units are very battle damaged anyway. And as I say, if I think if they get hit by cavalry, we could be in for a problem here. Okay, but there could be a saving grace on the horizon. Can you see what's arriving? My allies' Parthian elephants that he's kept out the fray. Right, can you see? Right, just pause the game for a second. So Mad King has hidden these elephants and he's just brought them into the fray now. They're going to smash into the rear of these engaged Julii troops, and I'm going to force my sacred band to attack these Julii troops in a hammer and anvil attack. Now, will this last unit of elephants here manage to rout the enemy Julii infantry? And bang, as those elephants go in. Look at the devastation and destruction they're doing to those Julii infantry, lowering their morale as well. That was a nice hit by the elephants. Are we going to win this? Are we not? Are the elephants going to be the key factor? See that Julii cavalry charging and bang into my Carthage sacred band units. Some of my units are still holding, even though I'm surrounded, but a lot of my units are routed now, and I see our Parthian allies' elephants just routed as well. I think that Julii cavalry charge there has just finished off my spearmen, plus obviously I'm surrounded by Julii infantry as well. But this was a very, very spread out battle, and that's just what I want to show you here. Can you see, if you look all over the battlefield, you will see piles of dead, where you can see it was so intense. I think over here, this was the part where at the beginning of the battle, most of our Parthian allies' cataphracts were taken out there. I think that was that particular part of the battlefield. Then we go over here, where my Carthaginians were fighting that massive Macedonian army there. Plus I was having elephants attack as well. Okay, so you can see the big piles of dead there. That was a massively intense fight there. And then as we move across the battlefield here to where poor old Barclayman made his last stand here, and where my Carthaginians have made their last stand as well. But I think they're just about all going to be routed there. There we go. So that's both our last Scipii allies units just been routed, and all my Carthaginian units have now been routed as well. Let's just pause again for a second. So you can see how intense the fighting was here. And Barclayman, I thought, held extremely well there with his well upgraded cavalry, with his Eagle unit and his general morale bonus there that he was getting. I think he held extremely well there against massive attacks. So he did really well there. So well done to Barclayman. Just couldn't get over to him quick enough, and my Carthaginians, if we'd have linked up, maybe that might have changed the way things gone here. But I'd just like to say, really well played to the enemy team there. Really well played, guys. I thought you played it extremely well. Now, to say, I think Spear keeping his army fresh and out of the fray towards the end of the battle there, and bringing in fresh infantry and cavalry may well have done the trick. There's some Scythian archers left. I think the rest of the Scythian army is dead, and I think all the Numidian army is dead as well. Okay, so once again, just to say, really well played to everybody in the game. Now, we all thought it was going to be a close victory, I think, but as you can see, it was only an average victory there, or an average defeat for us, and an average victory for the other team there. So I'd just like to say, really well played to, as I say, everybody in the game. I'm really pleased with that old Carthaginian army that I bought. I managed to scrape in the most kills there. I thought that, as I say, it's an old formation, an old army did well, but also well done to Spear. You see what I mean about keeping his Julii army out towards the end of the battle there, bringing fresh troops in gets you some good kills. You say 1,900 kills for Spear, so really well done to him. As I say, so well done to Brotherhood member Spear, got some really good kills there, well played for him. As I say, keeping his army out till the end and bringing fresh troops in really did make a difference, I think, in this battle. Well done to Winter has come in with that massive Macedonian army. Probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but he was very aggressive with his Macedonians, so well done to him. Well done to Crypto. Now, bearing in mind that Scythian army there, how often do you see Scythia? Really good kills for Scythia. And Bubo, Titan's Bubo with his Numidian troops, probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but a lot of his elephants were killed quite quickly, and I think a lot of his archers were killed as well. So really well played to the other team. Just like I say, well done, guys. Good victory there. Well done to Brotherhood member Mad King. Probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to with Parthia, but well done for bringing Parthia there. Just like to see Parthia on the modern day battlefield. Man 2 probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to, but well done for bringing GAUL to the 31k battlefield, and well done to Barclayman. He probably didn't get the kills that he wanted either, but he was smashed by so many different units there towards the end of the battle. So just like to say, really well played to everybody in the game. And just have a quick look at the statistics there of my Carthaginian army. You can see that the Sacred Band Spearmen didn't do too badly there. Had some good kills there, and even the Balearic Slingers didn't do too badly either. So yeah, say not too bad there. But just like I say, once again, really well played to everybody in the game. Let's say this is our 500th Rome Total War Brotherhood multiplayer battle that we've put onto YouTube. And I remember when we first started this channel maybe 7 years ago, who would have thought that we would have done this? And what I like is the diversity in this battle as well. 7 different factions in this battle, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to find a diverse, memorable and worthy battle for our 500th, and I just hope that you would agree that this was a worthy battle there, with Parthia, GAUL, SCYTHIA, NUMIDIA. How often do you see these factions on the 31k battlefield? It's Spartan Commander saying please leave a comment if you like, and bye for now.